Yo, another episode of the Couch Talk. I'm here with my boys, man. I'm on Quick by the way, and I'm gonna let you take it.
Hi, hello, my name is Solomon. Most of you guys know me as Suki. That's about it.
Alright, I'm just slaying Deejay Barack.
Bertrand from Soldier Boy.
Right! My name is Azeez. Go ahead, bro.
My name is Charles. Some of y'all know me as Capo. But yeah, anything.
But yeah, man. Hey, we're gonna start it off like this though. We'll be hearing about sliding in DMs. Like, yo, who's for that? Who's not? Show
Sliding
man.
DMs, honestly, has never worked out good for me.
Are you for it or against it?
Hell yeah, I'm for it. What you mean? Against sliding in the DMs. There's all this Tatianas that you call it on Instagram. Like, you gotta talk to them, but it's just like, for some reason, I haven't had a high success of like getting girls on social media. I don't know what it is. I think it's my profile. I need to change that up a little bit. But honestly, it's cool. They're right there. It's like they've never been as close. They've never been this close like before. You know what I'm saying? Like before, you gotta walk down the street, go to clubs and supermarkets. I don't know, doctor's office to meet girls. But now it's like they're right there. Like,
So wait, you met a
Hey,
girl
click
at the
away.
doctor's office?
huh?
You met a girl at the doctor's office?
It's like work. You go smack at girls at doctor's office, but I haven't had success. You know what I'm saying?
So was this a
Actually, wait a minute. Whoa, I met a girl at the doctor's office. The nurse was hitting on me. You know what I'm saying? A few of you guys might know her because I seen y'all following her on Instagram.
We're not calling names, man. It's just because I knew you about to go there. But anyways, but hey, anybody got a different opinion to this?
Oh nah, man. No, let me take this one. I think sliding in the DMs is cool, but I think that it depends on which kind of girl you slide in the DMs. You want a girl that's kind of like low key, you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna do too much. Cause some of these girls, man, they like guys to slide in their DM just to put them on blast. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that you gotta stay clear of. Girls put guys on blast just for sport. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Exactly.
next Olympic sport coming out.
Yeah, like first of all, another thing, like if you have more than 3,000 followers, I'm not sliding your DM.
Facts.
I'm not sliding your DM. I
What?
need at least what?
What?
It's 2019. You got 3,000 and up followers. Your head is like swole. You arrogant. You think you're a fucking celebrity, but
I don't even
just
know
a piece
3,000
of-
people.
huh? Exactly. So like the way social media is now, it's like if you have like a lot of like followers, you're like what the shit or some shit like that.
Let me
How
ask
do you-
this though.
Is it her fault?
It's not that. It's like my thing is, first of all, you can't be a bad girl, bad bitch if you have more than 3,000 followers and taking Uber Lyft. You know what I'm saying? Like you act like some type of rich girl, but you know you're like a piece of shit.
Damn, dude. But anyways, let me ask this. Let me ask this.
This guy has bad taste.
It's not just experience. Like, I've been scarred a little bit. Anyway,
That says a lot.
We're gonna get to that. But what happened to the traditional walking up to a chick and talking to her, asking for a number and stuff like that? Like,
Social
what happened
media.
to those days, man? Social media. I mean, like
social media happened.
you in the club. Okay, for example, you in the club, right? You see a chick. She's looking fly. Like she's looking. What's the word I use? This.
She's looking good, and she's might be a gold digger as well.
This guy.
This is just my experience. Like,
But-
I'm not one of those guys who's gonna walk up to a girl because she's cute in the club. Or, let me buy you a bottle, or let me get you a table. It's like, you know,
You've really been scarred, man. Like,
It's
I
not
can
scarred,
see the pain in you, dog.
it's just.
Not my emotional.
Like,
Hey, Bertrand, you awfully quiet on that end, man. What's up?
Like I don't like. I just feel like sliding DMs doesn't work for me 9 times out of 10
that's what I'm saying. Like,
because
Damn,
like
you
there's so much
got-
traffic, and I'm just part of a traffic jam. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Explain.
yeah. Because when you're trying to slide into a girl's DM, a thousand other guys
Okay.
are trying to do the same thing.
Okay.
So you guys are struggling. It's a
Then
tug
don't
of
slide
war.
in that DM if you think that a
Yeah, I
thousand
know.
other guys about to slide in that
So
DM.
it doesn't work for me 9 times out of 10.
So are you scared of
I
competition?
prefer like talking to somebody one on one really makes a difference because you can say something, you can say some nice joke, you can look nice, you can smell nice, you can have some
Just
good
smell
conversation
nice.
going, and you can impress her more than just any random guy just sliding to her DM. Like,
But the thing is about females. Females are very very picky and choosy. It's like if it's not the guy that they want, they're not paying attention to the guy. That's why they end up, in the situations that they end up with.
you see, and that's why that's why the divorce rates or relationship breakups are so high in America, because people date and people marry for all the wrong reasons.
For the wrong reasons.
Because people judge book by their covers look. A guy might walk up in here. He's not the tallest guy. He's not the cutest guy, but deep down he can hold the relationship down. You know what I'm saying? But you see the tall guy, 6 foot tall, but he's just a shit bag.
Relax.
I'm just about you, bro. But yeah, so
it's the opposite for me. Most of the like exactly what you just said, right? Most based on what I've heard from this girl that I've dealt with or whatever. Oh, you're 6 foot, you're dark skinned, you're a shit bag. All you do is fuck girls in the club. It's not like that. I'm a sweet guy. They will tell you. People who know me, I'm a sweet guy. I'm a lover at heart.
Is there some truth to it?
Yes, but I'm so serious. Like,
hold on, so before I to the topic, what's your take to this?
So what's the question exactly?
The question is sliding in DMs, like,
All over.
like, are you for it? Are you against it?
I mean,
To each his own.
to be completely honest, my focus is a little different. I'm not even really on social media. The only direct message I'm sending is up above to God.
amen.
This guy.
Okay.
So how do you like meet girls, or are you interested?
Christian mingle.
Well,
That too. It works. My coworker is on Christian Mingle and BlackPeopleMeet.com, and he's white. So I don't even understand how.
he's confused.
He ain't confused. He just need love too, baby.
to answer your question, bro. So, I just actually got out of a long-term relationship, so I wasn't really on
How
the
long?
market. Long, bro.
How long were you together?
7 years.
7 plus, almost 8 years.
Did you propose to her?
I didn't propose.
Good guy. See,
Sounds like marriage.
There's a million I love yous in that, dog. A million.
Oh, for sure.
for real, 7 years. Why didn't you propose? You guys met when you guys were younger, or like in your 20s, or you met in high school or college, early college?
Why didn't I propose? I think deep down I knew I wasn't ready. And
What's ready, though?
What's ready?
What you mean was ready?
Ready.
When you
ready. Go ahead, bro.
For me, ready is when I'm with a girl and she's talking about married and I'm talking about married, and then I can't really picture her taking good care of my kids. That's her not being.
Men have a financial clock, women have a biological clock.
But
So
ready for me
I
is knowing that I'm the man of God that she needs.
man of
I was
God.
ready.
Go
Man
into
of
detail.
God.
Basically,
with
he's
that,
not
bro.
trying to cheat, man.
Not even that. You can't really lead people if you can't feed people, right? And feeding is not necessarily about finances. You feed people spiritually, emotionally,
sir.
mentally,
Oh, man.
daily, right?
I felt that.
I knew I wasn't ready. And I knew God was still dealing with me.
Yeah.
And there was a place I needed to get to.
So do you feel like you're there right now?
No.
You're still
I'm still a
getting there.
work in progress.
Alright.
But she wasn't ready either.
Gotcha.
You need
But
to
what's
go
up-
to
what's
this guy's
up-
church?
But what's
I
up?
do.
But what's up with
That's
this?
a funny thing.
Anyways, I'm not gonna get to that. Is it hard to
That was
find
deep.
true love out here?
Say what?
Absolutely not. Let me take this. Absolutely not, man.
Explain.
Absolutely not. Why is it not hard? I think it's about finding what works for you, and love isn't something that just appears out of thin air. It's something you got to work at. You know what I'm saying? I feel like nowadays people rush into relationships. They're so quick for that, like Instagram love, that social media love. They want to post, they want to do everything, man. It's not about that. It's about getting to know the other person and getting that other person to understand who you are. It's a love language, you know what I'm saying? And y'all got to speak the same language. If you're not speaking the same love language, then you're not doing any justice to each other. It's just a waste of time. So it's just about learning the other person, their likes, their dislikes, what makes them happy, what doesn't make them happy, the things that you do, the things that you enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I actually saw this in a movie the other day. It's cool to spend time with. It's cool to spend time on a Friday night, but it's about who you spend all day Saturday with. You see what I'm saying? And if you're willing to spend your whole Saturday with that person, you know, continuously, week after week after week after week after week, then obviously you're ready to be in a relationship or in love with that person and extend and grow further than that. So I don't think it's hard to find love out here. I think what makes it difficult is the generation that we're in and separating ourselves from fake love. You know what I mean? That Instagram love, that like, that click, tap, tap, tap love. No.
Brad, what you think?
I think I'm scared of love in the 21st century.
What is love in the 21st century?
Exactly.
It's faker than real. People don't talk to people anymore. They DM. They advertise. It's more like a business, actually. It's like the more you have, the more you're worth, which is stupid, but that's the society in which we're in. I feel like people don't take time to know each other. They don't take time to get to know people. They go off of likes, comments, superficial views, and what society has, quotes and quotes, made it important. And I feel like today's youth, they're suffering based off of that. If you don't have enough likes, if you don't have enough followers, if you don't have enough looks, you're pretty much not good enough, which I feel like it's fake and unreal.
I'm somebody that's been looking for love for the longest goddamn time. Since Africa, before I came to the United States. And what I can tell you is, I'm trying to tell you, I remember being in Nigeria, in Abeokuta, and Lagos, climbing trees, and fucking, I was actually in love with this girl. That was my first love, actually. But let me tell you something, love is fucking hard to, like, come across. Or, like, it's as hard as finding, like, aliens out of space to me, because I've met a lot of girls, a lot of beautiful females, ugly females, it doesn't matter, different personalities, but it's like, their concept of love is different from my concept of love. So when you say you finding love is kind of like, to me, it's relative. Love is your understanding of. Did I say that right? Wait a minute. Love is like, it's what you believe what love is. It's relative. It's your understanding of love. For example, right? You see some guys like getting married to porn stars. And you're like, how the fuck can they fall in love with a goddamn porn star? You know what I'm saying? But to them, there's a quality about the porn star and that they appreciate. But as far as like finding love personally, I've met a few people that I love. But like as far as like the end of the day result, the girls ended up just kind of being selfish. I just came to a conclusion that most females are like a symbol of love. But they do not understand the concept of love. For most female, to me, love is financial for them. They want somebody who like take care of them, like feed them. You know what I'm saying? And of course you have to take care of them because how like evolution is and how like we are just different like physiology wise. But it's just like in the 21st century, love is more difficult to me now than ever before in past history.
Let me ask you this. Would you go back to Africa to find a wife?
Oh, hell no.
Man, say,
I don't know about all that.
Why is it hell no?
Because it's a different perspective. Some things in life are overrated, i.e. sex, i.e. America, i.e. so a lot of things are overrated. So I've been here 5 years. If I go back to Cameroon now for like a month, I have like 7 to 10 grand. I live in a 5-star hotel. I'm bored and like I'm resting because for years on my farm. So I'm going to go and rest. So, but them looking at me is like that's just how America is. America is so overrated. When they watch the movies, they see the movies in LA and Atlanta. They don't see Southeast DC where we work at every day and all that. So it's so overrated. So most people back home, females back home, males, everybody, the youths that have never been in a plane before, let alone traveling out of the country. So people really want to come here to the land of milk and honey, which is not really the case. But so, and then it's so when they come and they see the realities, then it becomes something else. We know the reality here, so it's better to find someone here that you guys know what time is it, than to go pick someone who is just looking at like it's heaven, and then when reality sets in, then there's disaster.
So pretty much leave it there, you know that if you know.
Yeah.
But it works for others.
it doesn't. I don't
So
know.
every rule is an exception.
No, because I've heard stories where they've gone back home to go find a wife or a mate or whatever, And then they come back, 6 months, 1 year. That girl gets some sense.
Exactly.
Sees the people around her, the influences, and is like, man.
Yes,
But
America comes
yeah,
to sense.
I have my green card, I have my visa, or even I have my papers on my citizenship.
And those you just said scares a lot of like African men, older African men that I know. They're afraid to like really, really settle down with like somebody that it's like basically if African men has been here for a while. I know plenty of African guys that's been here for a while and they try to like go back home and take care of like African female and stay true to the culture. And this African female just ended up getting some dollars and dipping. It happens all the time. They just take your money and just dip.
What you think?
Okay, so let me go back to your previous question real quick. So Maya Angelou had a quote, right, that was profound to me. She said, a woman must be so wedded to Christ that you must go through him to get to her. So if I'm meeting a woman, right, and as a man I'm looking for love, if I'm going through Christ to get to her, then I already know that she understands love. And that's the woman for me. Mm-hmm. Love is not difficult. Now, in relation to going back home and finding a woman, right, if that woman is in Christ, regardless of where she is, I already know who she is and what she stands for. Because God is love. I will have no problem with it.
She could be in Christ, but she's trying to get some dollars. She's trying to come to America.
Hold
That's
on.
the difference.
Simplify that for the dummies, please.
God is love, and a woman that knows who God is will always love you. Just like a man of God will always understand love. The reason why we have so many problems as men today finding love is because we only go off what we think is the idea of manhood.
Okay.
Really, it's just grown men, grown boys trying to be grown men.
I like that. That's good.
That's a good segue to speak on toxic masculinity.
Mm.
So we all know of our man egos, right? Like our man egos will not let us do certain things. Our man egos will just let us walk over women. We will not take the time out to sit and listen. We give deaf ears to things that say, to propose sensible things, but because of our egos, we don't want to take the time to listen. Like, nah, I'm gonna do it my way, not necessarily your way. Like, what's up with this man ego thing in this 2019?
First off, what is toxic masculinity? Would you already agree with it?
Toxic masculinity. That's not me, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Chip Martel, this nigga, boy. It's not me, the Chip Liquor. Oh, yeah.
English is their second language. That's okay.
Thank you. This is how I tell white people in Southeast all the time.
Speaking of dialect.
Go ahead.
What's the question?
Listen, do you
Toxic masculinity. I'm gonna die. Yo! Toxic masculinity is like when, like you with a red light and somebody like, I don't know, just drive the wrong way. You honking and you looking and you making, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did it a couple of times where like, somebody.
Everything you say got to do with violence, man. Like, why is it so like, what's up with that?
That's how Lagos raised me. I'm sorry. Everybody from Lagos, you understand how it is, man.
Defines it as violent, unemotional, sexually aggressive, and so forth.
God damn.
Unemotional.
I'm not none of the. Sound like R. Kelly.
So we're not gonna touch that one.
That's a hard one.
I feel like nobody here really is like
I think
that type of person.
No, I think nobody here is that type of person, but I think that there are traits. I think that previous generations were like that, but it not so much. I don't think it was characterized as toxic. I think a lot of people just defined it as masculinity. There's a certain concept where there's this idea behind what makes a man or what makes you a man that, nowadays, because of all the, nuances that are coming into.
What do you mean nuances? Like
new,
men acting like
yeah,
girls?
Yeah,
Okay. The body thing.
that. But, there's that, there's equality, gender equality, all these different things that are changing, quote unquote, the definition of masculinity from a social perspective.
See, I like how you said that because, like, man nowadays, we can't be the regular man that we've been, the hunter, the aggression to go. Let me tell you something. Like, if you're a man, you need to be aggressive in order to feed your family. So I don't understand. Like, we've been doing this shit for what, thousands of years. You just can't come in 2019 and say, "Oh my God, you guys are being too aggressive." This is what we've been doing to feed our family and propel, like, our kids through time.
So you can't be soft up with your wife.
Excuse me?
You can't be soft with your wife.
I can't be what?
Soft.
Of course I can be soft. You can be soft, but like I know honestly, I know men who just like so hardcore like emotionally detached from their wife. I don't even understand how their wife stay in the goddamn marriage for that long. Like I can't be like that. It's a little bit too like harsh to you to just be oh, I'm a man, I can't show emotion. That's too hard.
What if that's what
I'll
you
be
would
soft
like?
for my girl, but I'll be a thug anywhere else.
Yeah, to protect her, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But what if that's what the woman like though?
If that's what she like, that's what she like. I mean, there's a lot of guys who are soft and gentle and wear tampons and things like that. But like, no, but it depends on what type of girl you're with. I mean, but majority of girls like somebody who can protect them, and you know what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be aggressive. That's what a man role is.
Alright, 2 takes, one from Azeez and one from Soldier Boy, and we'll go from
No,
there.
this topic for me is like, it's a little hard. I don't really have something to say.
Alright. You take
I feel like this whole man masculinity, honestly, yes, that's right. I mispronounced masculinity again. But all I'm saying is, honestly, this would not be a topic if it wasn't for all this, like, this, I guess, homosexual things going on. Like, I've never heard, that's why I can't say the word, because this shit was not, we wasn't using this word like 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, over it being masculine. That was not the topic as of 3 years ago, but now it's a topic because, you know,
But how you hold
4 out of 10 guys will be gay. You know what I mean?
What's the correlation?
I'm saying we will not be having this conversation about man masculinity if there wasn't a high level of guys turning into, I guess, female.
I mean, it's not even that. It's just this. It's just such a sensitive time in society. Like, you know, a lot of people are just nitpicky over everything. Like, I can't construct a full sentence without someone else somewhere being offended.
Exactly.
Like, it's
and
not
it's so
supposed to be like that.
hypocritical all day. This whole, oh my God, like, right now everybody is so hypersensitive. But first of all, I feel like it's social media because never in human history has humans been this close. I mean, think about it. You can find out what a billionaire is doing in the stroke of a key. You know what I mean? Like, it's so weird that everybody is so close now. But like, I lost my train of thought. The cheap liquor is getting to me. But yeah, next
Next time we're gonna bring a bottle.
Damn, I had something good to say, but fuck.
Next question. We all know cross cultures, like people getting married, you know, to different, you know, you Cameroonian, you marry Nigerian, or you Nigerian, you marry Sierra Leonean, you know, and the story keeps going. How would you feel if you brought your girl to the crib, and let's say, okay, we Nigerian, Cameroonians, we brought a Senegalese girl to the house, or an Egyptian girl, or a white girl, and your mom is like, nah, you're not gonna marry her. Like, how y'all feel about that?
I feel like life is all about happiness because my parents used to say it's good to marry a girl from your own tribe, but I'll go to my village and I'll see people married in the same tribe, but they're from the same village, but they don't live happily. They're going through all this hell. But there are good people everywhere. There are God-fearing people everywhere. There are bad people everywhere. You know. But so it's all about happiness. You know, you can't just generalize. It's like I find like people say that all guys in Maryland are fuckboys. All girls are drama queens. Why do people generalize? There are good people everywhere, and so if you meet somebody who is good, no matter, at the end of the day, we are all children of God. You know what I'm saying? We are all human beings. So why would you be only with someone from your tribe, from your culture, when you're not happy? Meanwhile, there's somebody else that you guys really click.
Yeah,
you guys love each other, respect each other, share the same values, want to take each other to the next level, just because of culture. That's just some BS right there. That's just how I think about it.
Yeah, me staying with a girl from me feeling like I have to stay with a girl from Nigeria is extremely limiting.
Are you saying Nigeria or Nigerian?
Nigeria.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's I don't really like care where you're from.
Mm.
It's just about who you really are as a person. Because I don't know if you, oh my God, I'm only gonna marry a Nigerian person or African person or Cameroon person. You are limiting yourself. Like you're limiting yourself so much.
But
Like,
what if that's the only thing you're attracted to?
Then then go for it. If you gotta just go for what you're attracted to, honestly.
But my question is, right? Okay, the real question is, would you let your parents have an influence in who you date or not?
Hell
No,
no,
no.
man. What?
Come dance for one day, celebrate, and all that, then you go. Then the rest of my life, I'm in hell.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've always like had like majority American girlfriends, but like my mom would honestly love me to marry an African girl, but like I have not met one African girl that loved me as hard as an American girl can.
That's
That's
hard.
just me. I've not met one African girl. I'm almost 30 years old. I've not met one African girl.
Older.
Relax. I just turned 28, man. Like,
That's why I
anyway.
was getting Kingsway.
What'd you think?
In relation to the
Like your parents deciding who to marry, and also if the cross culture thing, if that's a thing for you or not.
I feel like if you respect and honor your parents always will have an opinion that matters to you, right? And the person that you're marrying will understand that, and they'll do everything in their power to make sure they get their approval as well. That matters to me because I'm a family-oriented person, right? In relation to me and a person, the foundation always has to be on Christ, right? We always have to be together and pointing towards the cross, and everything else is going to fall into place.
Okay. Barack, you're awfully quiet over there, man. What's up? Talk to us. Why you laughing?
I think this subject is very subjective.
Okay.
I mean, every topic here is subjective, but
Subjective in the sense of how you grew up, who you're surrounded with, your community that you're part of, and your intake of life and how you see life. Some people might stick to where they come from, what they're used to, what they're accustomed to. But at the end of the day, I think there's one general question: are you happy?
Exactly.
If you can't really look deep down and see the truth within yourself that you're happy or not, whatever choice you choose, it's either right or wrong. So whoever you choose, it's up to you to decide, is this the right choice for me? Is this the wrong choice for me? And that judgment is on you. Because whatever you choose, for the rest of your life, it's with you. It's going to cost you emotionally, financially, whatever way.
But that was gonna cost you financially. Oh wait.
Yeah, but I just think sticking to where you're from is overrated. But I think our parents are just looking out for us as far as telling us, one, getting married to somebody that you're familiar with. When problems do happen, that's when you do see people's true colors. And it's better to deal with the devil you know than the angel you don't know. So to each their own. Literally.
Christianity. How much has Christianity got to play in a relationship?
You have to start with this man.
Or religion?
Ooh, Christianity. So, like I said earlier, I'm a work in progress, right? But I feel like in 2019, God has really been dealing with me on a different level and really helping me understand what manhood is really supposed to be. In knowing God, I'm learning how a man is really supposed to move. So me understanding God and understanding God's ways has to be my focus for now. So Christianity is highly imperative because it gives me that intimate relationship with God that I need to really be the man for my family, for my friends, for my community, you know what I mean? So it's really the only thing right now. And to be completely honest, since I've submitted myself to God and His ways, everything has gone extremely well for me.
So in that notion, will you get married to a Muslim?
Actually, my family background is actually Muslim. I understand both sides.
Okay.
I also understand why it's important to be equally yoked. And it took me a long time to understand that too. So as a God-fearing man, as a Christian man, I probably will not.
Why?
Because it's important to be equally yoked it's important to serve the same God. It's important to know the God that you serve. And I can attest to the things that God has done in my life. So me knowing that and going against that would mean I'm going against the God that I know.
Bertrand.
Yeah, I think Christianity has a lot to play because if you're dating a girl who has strong Christian values, she's gonna that effect is gonna it's gonna ripple into the marriage because there's gonna be respect. Like we can have a quarrel and it doesn't mean that we have to call names. Like I can try to criticize you, but be kind and be nice. You know, so I feel like Christianity has a long way to play because 9 times out of 10, when you get a girl who's from like a strong Christian background, even as a man, like even if you're mad, like the way you just behave, your qualities, your background, and whoever you are, is gonna really influence by somebody who has strong Christian values to me. Yes.
So are we saying it's wrong to get married for a Christian to get married to a Muslim?
No, but I'm not. It's not that. I'm just saying that 9 times out of 10, somebody who's a Christian and a true one at that, not just a church goer. Somebody just go to church for all different reasons, but a good Christian will really some of the stuff about the church is going to ripple into the marriage.
It gets hard when the kids come. Where do they go?
Yeah, but you can still raise your kids as a Christian, and your wife can still be a Muslim, strictly Muslim.
No, I've seen it that way too. I've seen it where the wife was either Christian or the male was Christian and the opposite was Muslim. Like sometimes I know with the Muslim, the way I've seen it is done like this, where if it's a male child, right, the male child gets raised the same way as the father, and then same thing with the father. Sometimes all the children get raised in the way of the father, no matter the background of the mother. So coming from, I feel that it's important for your children to be raised under the male. So whatever the umbrella of the male is, whether Muslim, Christian, Catholic, whatever, Protestant, whatever denomination, same thing. Or even as far as background, if you marry within two different cultures, I feel it should be raised as the man. The children should take the man's tribalism or culture.
To me, I think it should be hybrid. Then when they get old, when they get of age, they decide for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
When you say hybrid, you mean?
Like because it's gonna happen automatically. Like because you're Muslim and you're Christian, from time to time your wife is gonna cook Muslim food. It's gonna take you to Muslim. So there's no way you can escape from it. That it's just the man's way. Like so, I think like a hybrid. Then as they grow older, they become of age. You choose whatever works for you.
Let me ask you guys this question then. Let's bring this to reality, right? Let's say you're dating a girl, right? And you guys are solid. You start talking about Christianity, right? It's just like, when marriage comes, because of course you want to get married in church. For those who are Christians and you want to get married in a mosque. I don't know how Muslims do it.
Yes,
in the mosque, right? So let's say the girl is like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna follow you since you're the man. But that time comes and it's just like, nah, I don't want to get married in that church.
I've seen it. How
does that play out?
I've seen people get married. I've been to a wedding where they got married in a church for the woman. The man was Muslim. We left the church, literally went to the mosque. I think it's okay for a regular Christian to pray with Muslims. I personally, because I had that experience myself. As long as you believe in one God, no matter one God, and you know the true path to righteousness, then it shouldn't really matter where you get married because, it's about love.
Exactly, and if you understand each other and understand each other's needs and actually care about each other, you shouldn't care where you guys get married. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really care about each other. If I care about you that much, we could do a church wedding and then a mosque wedding. I've seen people do that all the time.
Do you guys feel
I've
like
also
this marriage
seen
thing is
people
overrated in this time? Like in
marriage?
2019, yeah.
2019? Hell yeah. Look, man, I'm
your mind,
saying,
man.
look, in 2019,
You know, you don't have to be married, right? In America.
Yeah, definitely.
In America.
if you live together,
But I mean,
if you live together a certain amount of time, you are freaking married.
But I
So
mean,
Camu stage,
But-
technically,
yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you come
You sharing the same house, you sharing bills.
after a while.
But
I mean, in terms of people, taking credit card loans and all
Marriage
that to
to
finance
me-
their marriage, stuff
marriage
like
to
that.
me is extremely overrated.
Yeah.
And it's, to me, in a marriage, men have more to lose than a woman.
Absolutely.
Explain.
This man don't know how much you
Explain,
divorce
explain.
to get half
No,
of your
explain
shit.
because some women are aware of
Have you ever heard of Jeff Bezos? You know how much he's losing this week? 53 billion.
I agree.
Hold on.
Because what I'm saying is some women are well off their men.
Okay, cool.
Leave that topic.
then hit the divorce papers first.
Leave that topic.
It's not even, you gotta go to prenup.
Hold up, leave that topic alone because we're just gonna leave it there. Leave the Jeff Bezos thing alone because we can argue that all day long. You know what I mean?
Okay, what about Jordan's wife? She didn't shoot one basketball. You know how much she got when they divorced? You know how much she got when they divorced? Why did she deserve $100 million or $200 million?
Research.
Yeah, I do the research because I'm very I'm reaching the age of marriage now, and people trying to throw me in the married boat. I would love to get married,
Welcome
but
to
my
America.
God, the repercussions.
Just sign your prenup and be
It's
cool
like
with it.
once you get married, it's a man. It's like the girl in her head, certain aspect of her head. It's like, got you, nigga. It's like she got you. Like
But just sign
by
your
the
prenup.
financial.
Sign your prenup.
If you let me tell you something. If you present a prenup to a woman, if she doesn't slap you, right? If she doesn't slap you,
always
she's
sign
gonna be
your-
thinking a way to leave your
Man,
ass.
that's why you gotta tell her, yo, if you love me, you gotta sign it.
Yeah, that's
It's-
the product.
it's not for the money.
For a woman, love is partly financial. You can't just say, "Oh yeah, sign a prenup."
Are you a woman though?
Hold on.
No, but I've
You can't
been around
generalize
females.
though. You cannot generalize.
I'm not general,
I mean,
but
like-
I'm trying to tell you is for females, at least 50% of love for them is protection and financial. I've had this conversation with adults in their 40s. They told me I cannot love a man if he is unable to provide.
But that is
Okay, providing does not mean financial.
Excuse me.
It does not.
Logically.
Saying that, hold on, saying that,
Excuse
Suki, hold on,
No.
hold on.
You cannot provide a
Let me
house.
explain this to you. This guy, do you know that there are actually more women that take care of the homes more than men?
Yes.
I think
Whoa,
they
whoa,
take
whoa.
care of
In
what's
what
in
society?
In the home.
In the home, my guy. I go to work. What? 9 hours a day or every day or to do what? You think I need 9 hours of work every day to take care of myself?
I think we should give a lot of respect for women because in a marriage, the only thing that you really give that she cooks for you, she raises your
Cleans.
kids, she cleans, she does everything, and in the night you still want some. So women do a whole lot, right? So I have a lot of respect for women.
Let me tell you something.
Let me land. Let me land.
Let me let something. He just say he has a lot of
You've been talking
respect.
too much, so
Let
let
me just listen. Listen what I'm to say, right? He said he has a lot of respect for women in the marriage because they cook and clean. This is 2019. I can cook. I can clean. I can get everything. What are you doing for me again in the
But you're
marriage?
not doing it like
But the thing.
What do you mean I'm not doing like that? Have you seen my house?
The thing, even when it comes to childbearing, like all you do is just sow the seed. Her body gets stretch marks. She goes through the labor, C-section, all of that. Like when it comes to a real marriage setting, they bring a lot to the table. But I feel like if
Good women bring a lot to the
Suki,
table.
hold on.
Good-
Good
Alright.
women bring a lot to the
hold
table.
on.
yeah, but
You're not gonna bully all of us here.
Okay,
chill.
good.
yeah, but I feel like if somebody really loves you for you, there should be no reason why you shouldn't say, I'm signing this because I really like you for you.
See, what you just said exactly why I don't care about prenup. If me fall in love with a girl, I would not sign the goddamn prenup. That's nonsense.
But I don't understand this.
That's
Hold
how
on.
I am.
Hold on. I don't get you because now you're on two different wavelengths. Like before you clearly said, oh, men in 2019 are not men anymore because you're supposed to be that lion. You know what I mean? You're supposed to attack. You're supposed to go work and all whatnot. But now you're going back and then you're double backing on what you're saying and you're saying that
No,
what
I'm
is she bringing for me?
I'm saying
Like,
that's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do from the beginning of time because of how time is. Because of how the economy, not economy, because I have like the like what's it called?
Civilization.
Civilization is you gotta, women can't just go out and hunt 10 buffaloes. Okay, they don't have the muscles to do that. A man has to do that. They gotta stay home and take care of the baby, take care of the kids. I mean, take care of the, prepare the food and everything. But like men over like thousands of years, we the one who go out, explore, kill, bring food, bring everything in. Their job is to stay back because the world is extremely hard. A woman can do it, but it's kind of easier for a man to do it.
Not in the 21st.
In the 21st century, no, in the 21st century in America or in the Western world, a woman can be a CEO of any fucking
Okay.
any company. To me, in the 21st century, women are more powerful than men. To me,
There we
Okay.
go.
that's how I see it.
This is a perfect
Very
segue for me
good.
to ask, what's your take on gender roles?
50-50.
What's your take on gender roles?
I'm gonna be honest, man.
Speak your mind.
I think gender roles should exist. I think that nowadays women are getting more empowered and they have every right to be. I think I'm all for gender equality. However, I think there's just some things that shouldn't change. I do agree. I think that men should be providers and women should be nurturers. I do think that men should be financially responsible for their families. I think that women should work. I think if they are going to work, that they should at least bear half their labor towards finances within a home. You know what I'm saying? It'll be easier that way. But I think some women, there are some women out here that don't want to work. There are some women that feel like a man should do everything.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair either. You know what I mean? I think if you're in a partnership with a woman, it's 50-50. Everything 50-50. And women are quick to say, me, like, I want to be equal, I want to be equal, I want to be equal.
But
then,
not willing to do the equal work.
yeah, and I think there's still a long way to go with that. But
Long way.
I think as far as gender roles, I think there are some things that men and women should be equal to do. And then there's just some things that should be left strictly for women and some things that are left strictly for men.
What you think?
So I feel like as a man of God, my role is to provide and protect. I'm an asset to everyone around me, and I enhance everything I touch. My role as a husband is to nurture and support my wife in any and everything. Gender roles, there really aren't gender roles per se. It's just me loving you the way you need to be loved on a day-to-day basis.
I agree with that.
This man came to educate. But
I think it's about time for women to try to overtake us, because I feel like we've actually been in charge for so long, and I feel like the change has not been significant enough. So what I mean by that is, I think it's a good time for women to show us what we've been missing, because I feel like as men we're egoistic and foolish, and we're not giving the woman to prove herself.
I'm not foolish.
I feel like a lot of women don't want to prove themselves.
I feel like they
Sorry.
don't have what it takes to prove themselves.
No, I think they do.
And that sounds messed up.
In the modern world where we live in, they can. In Africa, okay, I understand, because you can't just walk down the street and go look for a job in a, you know what I'm saying, like a real building. Like do you guys keep up with what happened in Africa?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody gotta sleep with your boss to get a job. So I understand that, but in America, you could be whatever you want. So female need to kind of step it up. If you know what I'm saying.
Man, see. Anyways, hold on. Put a
Can
pin
I-
with that.
All right,
Please.
let me go. I didn't finish. I think most countries look at America as a role model, and I think they definitely forget why. America has been through thick and thin. They've had pretty much every president has been a male, and I feel like things are still the same. Times have changed, but the way of life is still the same. Slavery is still the same. It's just in a different form. So I feel like it's a time that we try something new, try something different. Because if you're doing the same thing and expecting something different, you're crazy. So I feel like it's time that we try something new and see what happens. Then we can judge.
I'm just saying, using that same logic, that same exact logic. We had a black president that still didn't end racism. I mean, I'm just saying. I think just
was he really black?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe he's black.
I believe he's black.
His father is, like I said, his father's Kenyan. His father's Kenyan. His skin tone is a lighter shade.
His
but yes,
demeanor.
he's black.
I mean, at the end of the day, when to that, there's a whole different topic, you know, to touch before we even touch on that.
Okay.
In terms of whether he was black or not.
Okay.
You know, does racism to talk about it, we have to tackle racism first before we even get there. So that's a whole topic for another time. But I'm curious to hear what Bertrand got to say to this.
No, like I said, I have a lot of respect for women. I really appreciate how America defends the rights of women, because back home I know a dude walking around with 5 kids. He doesn't give a fuck. He's just going around and they're struggling. But I like how America is trying to defend women. But I feel like in a typical family situation, everybody should be bringing something to the table. It should be 50-50. You know, and that way we can be happy, because it's not like back home, like he was saying. Back home is hard, you know, but here everybody can do it. Everybody can get a job. You can do whatever. Women even make more money than men. So I feel like let's try to strike the balance. Then we'll be all right.
And going back to a point you made, Suki, I feel like here women still face the same issues as back home. For example, Harvey Weinstein.
Because of
Harvey
laziness.
Weinstein. No. The Harvey Weinstein issue.
Harvey Weinstein. Oh yeah. Okay.
You feel me? Like stuff like that. Like women still face the same issues.
But guys face that type of. If you're gonna bring on Harvey Weinstein, guys go through the same thing. But women go through it more.
I'm not denying. Women go through it more. Women go through it more than we guys. But we are well equipped to handle that. Such a tragedy than women.
Not really.
Yes, really.
Masculinity.
This is why I feel about women. This is why I'm saying women are more equipped to handle it. A girl walk down the street, at least 10 guys. Oh, what's up, baby? Let me buy you a Range Rover. Let me walk down the street. It's like close the door. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like just women just have more opportunities.
Oh no.
That's out of
No. See,
yes.
See, hold up. To match that logic, right? You have to say, yo, women walk down the street. People are like, yo, let me buy you a Range Rover. And then you walk down the street and a man is hitting on you. How you gonna feel about that?
It has happened, motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. How would you feel about it? Like, does it change you as a man?
Does it change me?
Yeah.
It just brings me my aggression more out, because I'm just like, first of all, with this whole man liking you just today, it's just a little weird to me in 2000. I know everybody's doing it, but where I'm come from, it's not normal. Dude, this whole thing's going on. You can't just say, oh, be cool with it. Everybody's doing it. No, motherfucker, I'm not used to it, man. Like, I'm from the third world. I'm a third world man. You can't just say be used to it. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. It's a little weird. Like,
But you're here, though.
Okay, I'm here with the woman.
The funny thing is, you talking about third world. You're not even in that third world to see what's going on there. Do you also know that you still have the same people in the third world?
Yes, I
are the same too.
They text me every day on WhatsApp.
So what are you saying, Suk? I'm just trying to understand.
What are you saying? What are you asking?
I think it's that cheap liquor. But
Yes.
anyways, man, hey, I appreciate you guys, taking the time out to have this conversation, man. We're definitely gonna. There's more to talk about. I feel like this is just a teaser. You know what I mean? We definitely gonna come back and pick one topic and roll it out. How y'all feel about that?
Definitely, bro.
It's good. We need to have it. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a very good session. We need to have this talk. A lot of people don't talk about this shit as far as men and women. Look, the issue of men and women is what's like changing the world and like controlling the world. Like, you see everything that's happening today, a woman has something to do with it. Take a look at Harvey Weinstein and R. Kelly. The whole, like, a lot of shit is happening nowadays. For example, with the owner of the Patriots got bagged for buying.
Why you keep speaking negative stuff, man? Speak positivity, dog.
You can't do positivity unless you address the negativity. You have to address the problem before you move on.
So what's
That's
the
what I'm
problem?
saying. Huh?
That's the question.
What is the problem? Mm-hmm. Everybody's chipping in the problem. but I feel like men put women in this position where we allow the fuckery to go on. But meanwhile, we bring at the end of the day, we bring women into the household, and that affects the household. Like the position of a woman really, 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 really affect the household more than you think. Like man, a woman has more impact on the household more than a man does, based on what I've seen.
I agree with you.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you.
So we need basically what I'm saying that we need to just like hold our women to a higher standard.
Oh, now you're getting
That's
somewhere.
what I'm saying.
Do you hold yours to a higher standard?
Yes, I do. That's why I'm always like, yes, I do.
No, that's why. Okay, anyways, man, hey, we gotta wrap this up, and I'm gonna wrap it up this way. We hear a lot about women equality, women equality. By show of hands, right? Do we all agree that women should be paid the same as men? Women should have equal all the rights they deserve, all the rights they're asking for. Should women totally and completely have those rights by show of hands?
About time.
Anybody who works hard deserve what they get.
There we go.
Work hard. Mine know what I mean.
Hey, man, the email is sitmpodcast237@gmail.com. Please email us with your questions, comments, questions you want to hear next time, the things you want us to talk about. I'm your host, Uncle AK. Appreciate you guys, and we are out.
Cut.
Okay.